Wow, lovely, lovely. So now that we've known motives and the negative influencers as well as the positive influencers and how this helps us in serving God continually throughout our lifetime, we also want to know how to set our priorities right. Sir, what does it mean to set our priorities right?
Yeah, I would say it kind of depends on what your outcome is or what you want it to be. If, for example, I want to be healthier, but I decide that that's a long-term goal, and today this unhealthy food tastes good, I'm probably going to succumb to temptation and eat that unhealthy food. But if I think about where I want to be, and for me, my inspiration is my family. I have three beautiful children. I have a beautiful wife. And I think about who do I want to be for them when they're older? Do I want to be healthy? Do I want to be able to hold my grandchildren? Do I want to be able to live long enough to see great grandchildren? That helps ground me in health goals today and health actions today that will get to that eventual outcome. Now, I am not perfect. I have a lot of work to do, but I think that future view helps me be strong when there's a decision to um, make today.
Wow. I think I need to set my own priorities right after now. Okay, now that we know this, is there a specific time to set priorities right? If yes, how does it impact an individual positively?
I would say the best time to do it is right now, is to take 5 minutes, maybe pause this video, think about who you want to be 50 years from now. Think about if you want to go this far, think about who you want around you at your funeral when you've passed away. What do you want people to say about you? What do you want people to think about you? Um, and work backwards from there. Because I think if you're given the opportunity to see that funeral and hear what people say about you, you'd probably want them to say things that would be your goals, that would be your long-term direction. It wouldn't be, oh, he ate unhealthy and he died quick because he worked too much. That's probably not what you want people to say about you in that instance, in that circumstance. You might want to hear that you were a positive influence on the world, that you worked hard, but you were fair, that you were a follower of Christ. Those type of things are what you want to be thinking about then. So it's things that you have to action now.
Wow. This is really helping me change my mindset regarding setting priorities right, having the end in view. Wow. Okay, sir. So what happens when someone realizes that they have set their priorities wrongly, say at age 40? Does it mean they have lost anything? If yes, can they redeem time?
I mean, obviously they have less time than they would if they had started when they were 1 year old. But I think there is a lot of circumstances where you don't really get the option to get everything set up for you perfectly when you're born. Uh, Sometimes we have parents that don't set us up for success. Sometimes we face hardships in our early life that we have to overcome before we can think about that future state of who we want to be. So even if you're 40 or 60 or 80, there is opportunity to change, to make a difference, and to start being the person that you want to be at the end of your life. Um, so it is late, but it's not too late. You've got lots of time to make that change.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. So, sir, finally, how does setting our priorities help us acknowledge God as topmost priority on the priority list?
Yeah, I think going back to that point about distraction, it's so easy to get wrapped up in the worries and the cares of today. But if we set our priority as God, we set our priority as following God, following Jesus Christ, um, it helps shape what we choose to do on a daily basis. And God doesn't ask us for perfection. He asks us for faith. He asks us to be his disciples. and he asks us to follow him. And he's perfect in all things, especially forgiveness when we aren't perfect in that regard. So setting God as our first priority, and that daily struggle, that daily focus on him and on making him a priority in our lives is how we do it. A daily focus.
Wow, I've really been blessed by this